Hello! Welcome to the stream, everyone. This was not planned at first. I was originally just not gonna stream tonight because, I didn't feel too good, but then I got better. So I decided the best move to do immediately without giving myself any break is to start drinking. So tonight, on deck, we're making a special type of screwdriver. I've already had a few of these, so I'm a few in. In fact, this was full when I started. So it's your standard vodka juice, but instead we're going with simply peach. We're going with the peach juice instead of orange juice. So I have my Universal branded mug here, and I'm gonna be sipping on that as we crush the Separatists. So this is the middle of a campaign in Empire at War. If you don't know what this game is, this game here. Let me turn the music down. 1 second. There we go. So, this game was released in 2006, and people have modded the shit out of it. So I am currently playing the Fall of the Republic mod, which is one of the two most popular mods after Thrawn's Revenge, which is a different time period. They're made by the same people. So, also, welcome Andrew, welcome Dina, welcome to the stream. I am in the middle of a campaign here. I'm playing as the Republic, and you start very early on when you have the old Republic ships, and you have to actually slowly research other ships and other units in space and on the ground. So I just unlocked, or earlier on, a few weeks ago, I unlocked the Venator, well, in game weeks, and now I've unlocked the Victory Star Destroyer, or at least the first part of it. And I haven't actually used them in combat yet, but mainly because I'm poor. However, let me see if I can actually build one. I can't, so I'm going to actually build a few. Build one here and build one here. Although we're currently building a Praetor battlecruiser. Those are pretty good because we need super capital ships. Because the CIS is pretty bulky. So we've been taking huge W's, huge victories in this sector of the map, to where we conquered all of this string of planets in the course of a few weeks. We've just been steamrolling. And then now, these are the front lines. We just are about to invade this planet. We need more ground troops, though. We're trying to amass more ground troops before we do a ground invasion. We're building our economy on these planets. We're building mining facilities, try to increase our income. And further out, we have just conquered some of these planets. And so our goal with this set of expansion is heading towards these planets that have been cut off for a while. The main reason I'm trying to go towards these planets mainly is, one, to protect Camino, because of course Camino is where I can get a lot of really cheap clone troopers. So I'm gonna queue up even more of them, move them up into our available fleet. But the problem is we have to protect these from space, and the Confederacy has a good amount of high-tier commanders that are really being a pain in my ass. And we've actually taken some L's in this section of the map. If you look, we used to own Rhodia, Tatooine, and Ryloth. But however, Admiral Trench and his gang of goons came in, and we just did not have the strength to defend these. They were cut off from the main fleets, and this entire section we've just been leaving to fester for a while, and barely giving them many ships, because they don't have any big shipyards here. So we've been sort of hoping they could defend themselves, but really, they're on the doorstep of Camino, and if they go to try to invade Camino, I don't know what I'm gonna do. They've already tried to invade Rishi multiple times, so it's just been a whole mess. So the only other disparate holdings we have would be the Roshi asteroids that are cut off here, but we're about to reunite them. We're trying to use this network to reignite all of these planets. So, reconnect all these planets. But only other planet that we still have is Mon Calamari, and it's kind of just all the way on the corner of the galaxy. So right now we're just trying to keep it steady and hold its own ground right now. So not much else we can do, really. In the meantime, we're just managing our budget. We don't have the biggest budget. We need to keep building. There was, for a while, I didn't actually upgrade much. So anyways, enough time of looking at a map by itself right now. I think it's time for us to make a move. So, I will say, I like the space battles much more than the ground battles, so I tend to auto-resolve the ground battles, since they're a lot slower usually. So, now, I've been making a series of attacks here at Umbara, And there's a problem because they have a hypervelocity gun here. I'll show you what I mean. We're going to launch another assault. This is probably the 6th assault on this planet. What I do is I try to clear out a little bit of the defenses they have on this planet, and then retreat before we can take too many losses. So we just keep going in and doing these hit-and-run raids on them. And we just keep trying to waste their time, whittle them down without taking many losses ourselves. So what we do is the standard procedure here. Also, the purple moon here makes all our ships look purple, which is pretty funny. But we keep one ship here as a scout. Let me look at this. Love this history class now. Yeah, Star Wars lore. Anyways, so they rebuilt some of the stations here. At one point, I cleared out all the stations, and there were 2 of these things. If you recognize this, this is the ship from Episode 1, the Phantom Menace. This is the Lucrehulk, or one of them anyways. There were actually 2 of them above this planet, but in the last attack, we took out the other one. So there were 2, now there's only 1. And these things are a bitch to take out, because they have so much health. They have so many shields, like, and all these fighters, so many fighter bays, like, they can disgorge so many, and it just cripples us. So what we are trying to do here is even the tide. But we have a trick up our sleeve here. We have been building, and usually the Republic doesn't have many big ships. Usually the biggest ships you tend to see on the Republic side are Venators. We don't have any Venators in this fleet, but we have something a little better. This is the Praetor Mark I battlecruiser.
Adjusting course.
It's kind of an old battlecruiser, and we have a dreadnought. This is not even a dreadnought, it's a battlecruiser. But this thing, this Dorito right here, it's literally just like a ancient Star Destroyer. But, so we got Space Dorito versus Space Donut. Who do you think's gonna win? If you look, they're relatively equal in terms of cost. That one's 78, and once our Space Dorito comes into play here, this one is also 78. So they're about equal on paper. Only problem is they have an ion cannon on the surface of the planet that will likely shoot at this thing and knock it out for a little bit. It won't destroy it, but it'll disable it, which we don't want. And we can't avoid it, so instead, we're going to bring in some backup. These things are invincible dreadnoughts, or invincible class dreadnoughts. They're not really invincible, but I haven't lost one yet. So what these babies do, they're just big, bulky ships, have a decent amount of firepower, but they're meant to soak up damage too. These are the largest ships I have other than my super carriers and my battle cruisers. So these are the largest units I can field in okay numbers. And I can't even build them anymore since they're so ancient. The game has stopped me from being able to build them because they're so old. But we're gonna bring in a commander here. Let me make sure I can bring him in a good spot where he won't get targeted. We're bringing in our commander too. So hopefully, I don't want you targeting that station. I want all of y'all targeting this thing.
We'll beach them.
And we have a lot of smaller ships we can bring in as well, because this fleet will not be very good if it's just these ships. We need smaller ships, mainly because all the fighters they're going to be bringing out, and if they will swarm us and destroy us. So we're going to bring a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but a few of these smaller corvettes. They have the anti-fighter support, basically. We're going to bring in some of these Arquitens cruisers. If you've ever seen Rebels, they're everywhere in Rebels. But, and we're going to bring other smaller, just microscopic cruisers and things, and then other fire support. And then in the back line, we have extra acclamators that bring in extra fighters. So we can match them in fighter capacity, hopefully. So, and there's that hypervelocity gun. They just took out a third of our shield, and they disabled some of our ship's cannons for a while. In fact, all of our ship's cannons for a while. So, that's a problem, and we're going to have to cover for this ship while it recovers from the ion cannon damage, and that's why this battle has taken so long. This is our main damage dealer, but it's not doing any damage because of that cannon. So, it's a mess. That's why we have these two brutes, the Inexorable and the Shenandoah's Revenge. So that's the name the game gives it. So, they are pounding the Space Donut while the other ships get to work. And so now we will take all of our starfighters and send them to attack the Separatist fighters heading towards us. So, thankfully there aren't as many right now as I thought there were, but more are coming over here. See, they're summoning other ships. They got Munificents, they got all of these ships, so we're going to have to be fighting for our lives here. Oh, I like that picture. Ooh, that's it. Oh, dang it, I moved away, so I got rid of the picture, but still. if I can destroy this ship, I'm gonna retreat, because these ships are generated for free from these, shipyards and stations. They generate some ships for free, which is like a form of static defense, and that's just part of the gameplay. So they are useless for us to destroy, and if they make us take extra casualties, that's stupid. So instead, we're going to be destroying this thing, and as soon as it's gone, we're going to retreat. That's what we've been doing this whole time, but thankfully, it is almost dead. It's one of the games you had, but I didn't play. Oh no, I've been playing this game for a while. There was a time where I played a whole campaign in Thrawn's Revenge. Earlier on my channel, I had one stream of the campaign I was doing, but this game is not the best for long-form streaming on my end. Other people can do these massive campaigns that they make episodes of and they trim down and edit them. However, because a lot of this is not the actual battles themselves. A lot of this game, see, we're retreating right now, by the way, but a lot of this game is, looking at a map. So, I tend to pause the game and plan out a little bit, and I don't think that's the most, like, entertaining thing in the world, but I do love the space battles. That's the main reason I play this, so. As you can see, we took out their battle carrier at the cost of one of those corvettes. And sure, the battle carrier is 20, 30 times more expensive, but I'm running out of those corvettes, and I need to build more of them, because they are very important to stop those starfighters, because if we let too many of the enemy starfighters get in, we're going to have a very bad time. So, yeah, and they'll take out your capital ships faster than you think, so that's what we're going to do. Now, we also have a backup fleet here to defend this world, while our main fleet was attacking from Kashyyyk, which is the Wookiee planet, so that's where we station this fleet. So they're going to retreat back to Kashyyyk from Umbara. And in the meantime, I got to take a look at this tactical situation now. We have very little money left, and we get new money at the end of every week. If in the top left corner of the screen, this number right here, I don't know if you can see my cursor. Actually, I don't think you can. But if you look at the top left, there's the number to the furthest top left, that 1540. That's the amount of money we have on hand. Next to that, to the left, is the population cap. We're never going to hit that. We can keep building units as long as we need to. Third item is week 41. That's the week that we're in. We are also in the third era, which means we have access to researching the Venator and other bigger ships. So it's just the progress of the Clone Wars, basically. Fourth one with the green pips on a bar is the day in the week. Now, there's like 10 days in a galactic week, I guess. But when that bar fills up, it'll transition to a new week. And then, every new week, if you look at the farthest number to the right in the top left, that 1700, that's the amount of money we're going to get every new week. And I keep increasing that money by conquering new planets, and by building, like, mining facilities and other structures that will, and tax agencies that will increase my revenue. See, I'm building one on this planet. What is this planet? This is Denon. I am building one here. And I also have to manage other resources. Like, I have to make buildings that build food. I have to make buildings that build industrial parts. And if we run out of those, we're going to have a shortage, and it makes everything more expensive, and it makes everything slower to build, and we're going to have a bad time. So, we got to keep track of all those resources. So, I mean, I know it sounds like a lot at first, but, you know, you'll get the hang of it. But now, what I'm going to keep doing is actually trying to get more land troops to this planet, and some of them are further away than others and take longer travel time to get there via hyperspace lanes. So we gotta make sure that we can get them there and protect everything that's also there until reinforcements can arrive. And it's a huge galaxy. Like, I can't zoom out all the way, but it's a massive galaxy, and we've taken so many planets from the Confederacy, but they still have a ton. What do I enjoy about this game the most? That would probably be just the space combat. Space combat and seeing the ships slug it out, and there's like a unique battle cinematic camera. I take so many screenshots. I have like hundreds of screenshots, just like, oh, that looks cool, and I take one. But, yeah. Let me see if I can do a battle that has our biggest ship. Well, I can't right now because they just did a battle, but this is my biggest ship. It's the Mandator class Dreadnought. It is pretty much a slightly smaller version of the Super Star Destroyer from the original trilogy in Star Wars, but it's very old. It's like an old Republic version. It's not nearly as heavily armored, but it still has a lot of, it's very durable, and it still has a great amount of weapons on it, which is enough to turn the tide of any battle, as long as we keep it alive, so that's the main reason that we have it. It's a spearhead of our campaigns, so. In the meantime, let me see what other ships we can keep building. We're building a battleship. We're building a victory class. I'm going to also keep producing clone troopers, because we just need more clone troopers. We have to have more boots on the ground. I don't care about the ground camp combat as much. I think it's more boring, so I'd rather just build enough to where, yeah, auto-resolving will be worse than manually leading my troops, but, like, it's just kind of boring to me, so I'd rather just auto-resolve. And to do that, we'll need to make sure we have enough troops. So now we're almost out of money for the week. And the game's paused, and I hate it because, like, this game, it's pretty old, so there's some things I wish. Like, I wish you could queue up orders while the game was paused, but you can't. If you want to actually send a move order, you have to do it while the game's unpaused, which means you can't, like, keep things completely optimized. So I guess that's a check on my power, but whatever. It's something you have to consider. You can't, like, act like a robot the whole time. That's what the Separatists do. We're trying to kill the Separatists, so we're going to go and attack the planet of Thanos. Which is weird, because why do they have a planet named Thanos in Star Wars? I don't get that. Anyways. So, we're gonna head back here. We've attacked once before and destroyed one thing and got out. But this fleet is made up of smaller ships, so we can't be in as long. We don't have as much of a damage sponge to soak up the damage. So, we're gonna have to go in and out again. This place has 3 bases now, and one's a huge shipyard, so I think the only thing we can try to do right now is maybe take out this thing. This star base right here. And it has a lot of health, but if we bum rush it, we should be able to get it done. Now, what ships of these are the most durable? Or at least the most sacrificial? Because, again, these ships are very easily lost, these smaller ships I have. So I'd rather... I may have to abort this early or reload the game because, like, I'm not too confident about being able to do it with the current fleet we have unless we have bigger ships. So, we're going to have the Arquitans and the Carrack cruisers in front. Near the back, we're going to have our carrier acclamators for starfighter support. We'll have our assault one. We'll have a whole line of dreadnoughts. And these are, unfortunately, slightly weaker dreadnoughts. We can actually upgrade these ships later, because the dreadnought cruisers we're bringing in right now were originally meant for planetary defense and, like, picket duty, so we'd have to, like, upgrade them to full military loadout. Kind of like how real militaries in real life requisition ships and upgunned them, up-armored them, and pressed them into military service. So that's a cool aspect of the mod makers of this mod. Because, again, this mod is updated to this year, pretty much. The last update to this mod came out in April, even though the original game itself came out in 2006. So what we're going to do now is highlight every single warship and put them all to attack this thing. And what you'll see is some of these start turning to the side. So these ships are broadside cruisers. They fire broadsides at their enemies. Very off topic from last stream. That's something similar. But what are my expectations for the FNAF movie? Oh god. I hope they put some, like, comedic nods to the absurdity of everything in the movie. Like, I hope they have some sort of little nod to how dumb the lore is overall, or like, I want them to embrace it, though. I want them to really try to go in on the lore they're setting up for the movie, however, acknowledge how dumb that lore is, I guess. So they're targeting this ship. I've never tried this before, but you can technically try an emergency retreat, but I don't know if that's going to work with this, because I don't want to lose one of these if I can. And now they're starting to come in with some of their other ships. I didn't want these ships to advance so far, but unfortunately that seems to be the case. So we did save that ship from being destroyed. Let's see if we can make this one retreat too. Because usually you can't retreat individual ships, you have to retreat your entire fleet. But I'm hoping that I can just retreat these few ships before they're destroyed, and try to destroy this thing, then retreat the whole fleet. Alright, there we go. So that one retreated. Approaching from behind? What do you mean by that, approaching from behind? If you feel like if any of them talk, they'll say something stupid. No, they better not talk. Those robots should not talk. I will say that right now. Like, I think people won't like that if they talk, so... Quit heading straight towards them. You're supposed to stay in the back line. What are you all doing, too? You broadside that thing. Dude, broadside it. Quit going forwards. You were the ships in the back line. If you go to the front, you will be exposed like you currently are right now. Okay, it's dead. We're getting out of here. In the words of Tom Cruise, or not Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks from Polar Express, get us the blazes out of here. So yeah, we gotta get out of here before we get our asses handed to us. So let's go. Did we lose any ships this time? We lost a gunship. Oh well. And that was only 500. They probably paid a couple thousand for that starbase. So again, the game does help to where they will hurt from suffering defeats financially. The enemy's economy will take time to recover. And if you take out important worlds to them, that will also hinder their war effort. So that's a good thing. And if they want a new starbase, they're going to have to pay for the money to build the one we just destroyed. So we paid 500 credits to destroy it, and they're going to have to pay us some 1,000 to rebuild it. But yeah, the space war. That's the whole point. It's mainly an economic war through ships. And that's the main part, so. We're actually building another one of those battle cruisers I was talking about. Actually, I think we have 2 of them right now. We're building our 3rd. And we can only have 1 of these big dreadnoughts, though. Speaking, we only have 5 ground troops? We need a lot more to take the planet, because some of these planets are very tough nuts to crack. Especially this one. I believe they have heavy ground defenses. So, I could... You know, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this group, and I'm actually gonna bring them all the way over here. It's a huge overkill, but, like, I just need troops there now. That's one thing. I kind of expand faster than my supply lines can take sometimes, and I gotta kind of wait for them to catch up. Now, I'm now looking for other opportunities. Let's see what our ground forces amount to here. Not a huge amount, but we could try an assault on Umbara. I'll show you what a land battle looks like. Well, I'll try to, but again, I just think they're boring. But we'll see. Because a lot of it is just how slow things are. They're only fun if you're defending. I'll say that much. If you're attacking, it's a slogfest. Because they have, if they have buildings on the planet, those buildings will pump out units continuously until the buildings themselves are destroyed. Which is unfortunate, but whatever. Ooh, I like the design of this planet, though, with, like, the temples and stuff. They put some good effort into making all these different planet maps. But now we have 1 landing zone, and we have 4 sets of troops we can land. So I'm going to land with clone troopers. We have generic Jedi. Actually, I'll save the generic Jedi. I'll do the speeders. I'll do a tank company. And the ATTE. So we're gonna wait for them all to land. Unfortunately, they can't all land at once. These transports have to bring them in. So, there's the ATTE. There's our speeders. Here's our tanks. Fortunately, these are not very cheap, so I tend to lose them a lot, though. When you auto-resolve, you lose a lot of them, so to me, it's just like... sacrificing one thing for another. I'll at least try to entertain you all a bit with the ground battle. We may actually lose this. We may need more troops. This is light in terms of ground battles. So it says we spotted the enemy. Where have we spotted them? Oh, there they are. What have we spotted? A droidica. If you can kill them before their shields go up, that's very good, but that one got its shields up. Oh, it's dead anyways, so... Let's just slowly advance, because we gotta wait for our, ATTE here. If you see the Clone Wars show, that's what you'll recognize this from, for the most part. The 6-legged walker. But now our mixed company here is moving up. Usually I rely way too much on infantry, but actually certain tanks can just run over infantry and crush them to death, and then that's just really cheap, so... Or cheap on them and pisses you off, so... It's... You have to balance it. I'm just lazy. Oh, what is this enemy force? We're going to walk and fire here. We're going to put in infantry support mode. Oh, they have a turbo laser tower. That's not good. So I need y'all to advance, because we gotta take that tower out. They're gonna rip our tanks to shreds. Alright, take it down. Ooh, that's... Ooh, I like that. Did I hit the wrong button? Let me pause for a second. I may have hit the wrong button. I know on my old laptop, if I hit a certain button, it would cut out my Wi-Fi. Thankfully, I don't think that's the case here. Now, we did lose a unit, so I'm gonna bring in another unit here. I need you to attack. Alright, that's destroyed. Now I need to destroy whatever... Oh, that's a tank. That's one of their light tanks. You recognize that. I have a Lego set of that droid tank. I may still have it. Actually, no, I think it was destroyed. But, now let's keep advancing. There's some super battle droids. We'll take those out. That's a speeder. Now this is their main base. Or we're coming up to it anyways. Wait a minute. I want to do something here. Damn it. Okay. If I got to it before that speeder was destroyed, I could have dropped a bomb near them, but I don't think it would have mattered. So let's just keep advancing. So yeah, our troops are slowly attacking. Let's take out that droideka. And now we're gonna have everyone head over here. Because these buildings are what produce a lot of their units. They can have extra units that are defensive that they can produce, but like, these units are only produced during the battle itself. So, they're defensive only. Seems there are other separatist forces that my ships moved past before, so... If we can knock a lot of these out, I think we'll have enough advantage to auto-resolve in our favor, because it takes into account everything. Alright, now let's have everyone take this out. Once this is done, I'm going to auto-resolve. Instead of world domination, it's multiple world domination. So they're actually retreating right now. So this is the first time in this campaign I've actually played through a full ground battle and won. So, not bad. What did we lose? That's not bad at all. I've lost so many troops in some battles. That is refreshing. Okay. Now, unfortunately, like, I can build offices and things like that to make the planet like me faster, but I don't have enough money to build them right now. So I'm gonna have to wait a few days. However, that means we have more flexibility on our next move. We secured this planet, and we've cut off some of their supply lines. This planet here is completely cut off. I think we're ready for our final assault on Umbara. I know we've attacked it, like, what, twice in this stream or something like that? At least it seems like that, so... I think it's time to go in there and finally take it out, before they bring in another Lucre Hulk, because those Lucre Hulks are so annoying. And what's worse is they actually have some ships called Bulwarks, the Separatists, and those Bulwarks are a royal pain in the ass. Uh-oh. One of my ships got destroyed in orbit over a planet. That happens sometimes if they have a gun on the planet and you have ships in orbit. So they killed one of my infantry units in space because I was waiting to have enough units to attack, so... after this battle, I need to be sure to launch another ground battle on that other planet I saw, so... Now, thankfully, this planet we're attacking, the purple planet, only has these 2 stations defending it. Oh, thank you, Dina. That's very nice of you. Thank you for the donation. Wow. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Wow. I am very much appreciative. So, in your honor, sadly, I can't name ships manually. This is one thing I don't like about the game that even the people who make this mod can't do. One of the people who streams this game, the person who actually makes this mod, or helps make it, Corey Loses, that's his name. I've got to wait for the notification. Thank you again. So the guy who makes this mod, mainly, Corey Loses, he does streams of this game, but he actually knows the code of the game because he's a modder, and he goes in and he can manually rename ships. However, you have to like build it. The game considers it a separate ship if you give it a different name instead of the ones it auto generates. So one thing I would love a remake of this game, and especially if you could name individual ships. I would waste so much time doing that, and then I'd probably make a spreadsheet for it too. But it would be so nice if you could name ships, and that would have like a cool, world building element to it. However, I will take what I can get, and it probably makes things faster for me overall. Because there was a game where I could name ships. That was Empire Total War, and I ended up wasting way too much time making a spreadsheet when I didn't need to. But so we're gonna finish this off in your name. Thank you again for the donation, and we're gonna show those Separatists who's boss. So we got the power of God and enemy on our side, even though that's a dead meme, but still. And there they go with that stupid hypervelocity gun. So they knocked out our battlecruiser again, but unfortunately that won't save you from two of these big cylinder boys. These weird-ass looking cylinder boys. Look at them. They got random shit, like they got a claw on the side of them. They got a big old gun on the side of them. They got all of this random bristling firepower and stuff. It's just... it looks so silly. They're very silly looking ships. They look like pill bottles. Like, again, you can just pop open the lid right there and you just can start downing them like Tums, you know? They're retreating now. Look at them run. We didn't even bring in more than 4 ships. That's hilarious. Watch them run. In fact, you can actually, if they have extra ships that you can stop their ships from retreating if you knock out their engine. So if you knocked out an enemy ship's shield as they were about to retreat, if you destroy their engine, the rest of the fleet will retreat, but that ship will be destroyed. So that is pretty good. Oh, you got one of those phone alerts? Oh god, no, yeah, those always destroy your ears when they happen. I know what you're talking about. So now, we finally control the space over Umbara. Took long enough, but now, our goal is to take our troops here. I'll take these 2 sets of troops, and we'll bring them to Umbara. We'll finally start capturing the planet, and at that point, once we capture Umbara, we will have fully connected these areas. The only thing is now we just need to take out this world between the two, and then we'll have a safe pathway to push our offensive into the area that Admiral Trench fought over. So now, that one planet we were going to attack, we're still waiting on reinforcements, but we did lose one. So that is unfortunate, but we are going to have this fleet arrive, and boom, there we go. So now we have a much more hardy force here. If you ever noticed at one point the clone armor started looking different at certain points, you can take a look here. During like Clone Wars or whatever, at the beginning, like in Attack of the Clones, that movie, they had the Phase 1 armor. And I think it looks better. The Phase 1 armor just looks better to me. But the Phase 2 armor was used later in the Clone Wars near the end, and it was a bit better, so you saw that way more. So that's just one thing. We actually do have a few droids here, even though the Separatists mainly have droids. We have these big, bulky, old, ancient combat droids, but hey, they shoot, they have guns, so if it shoots, flutes. I don't know if that's a saying, but whatever. So let's attack this planet, and finally, who names a planet Bomus Kuri? Is it Kori or Kuri? I've never had curry before. Is curry good? Never had curry. Let's see. So we're gonna bring in a bunch of troops right now.
There we go.
Well, as many as we can, really. I may auto-resolve this one. This map looks stupid. What else does this have? It has the ground space weapon. It has a droid factory. Oh, we may want to capture that. So I'm gonna take these troops right here, and is it right over here? I think it's here. So we're going to send them up this hill and see if they find anything. Do you know, like, those VR roller coasters at the arcade? Oh yeah, I know those. Those are fun. I mean, they're dumb fun, but I like them. Oh, you threw... Oh, they threw up? Oh, well, they have a weak constitution. Those things are mid. Look, I work at SeaWorld now. They are about to open their new coaster to the public. It's open to their pass holders, but it's not open for everyone else. Their new pipeline coaster. I was at the IAAPA convention in Orlando when they revealed the coaster trains for that coaster while they were still building it. And I've been waiting this whole time. I heard it's weird because it's a stand-up coaster and they have a restraint that goes around your leg, the bottom of where your legs connect to your torso, so I've heard it could be uncomfortable there, but I've done stand-up coasters before and they haven't killed me before, or castrated me, thank God, so I'm looking forward to it. But look, I am a coaster junkie, and if your friends threw up at the little mall arcade machine coasters, I'm sorry, but I don't know what they're made of. Again, no offense against them, but like, makes you think. Okay, so let's see what they found. What is this? A fuel pump. Movement bonus to vehicles in air. I don't have vehicles! Whatever, we're auto-resolving. Look, we have all these troops. I'm just gonna auto-resolve. We're going to pretend that our troops destroyed everything. See, look, the enemy's retreating. We didn't have to lift a finger, although half of our troops just dropped dead randomly on the ground of, like, a coma or something. See, look, they're sleeping. They have, like, spray paint around them. They spray painted the ground red, and now they're sleeping. We're good. And look, they're all the enemies dead. We marched around their walls of Jericho or whatever. I don't know. I'm still reading the Bible. Anyways. Let's build up. It's a new week. We have more money. We're going to start securing our claims here. If it shoots, I flutes. Great start. Yeah, thank you, Pleb. Also, welcome to the stream. I'm currently crying so hard right now. Yes, beautiful. But yes, thank you. Welcome to the stream. We are going to kick the shit out of the Separatists now. I mean, we've been doing it this whole stream, but we need more. So we have all these, like, they wish they had the core. Like, look, we got Coruscant, we got everything. So I'm gonna build a few new Jedi here, the Jedi Temple. Let's see what else we need. Do we have good parts and food? I think so. We could build another place with parts. How are things going here? Here, we'll build a new parts factory here. Now, what is these planets' base income? 150? And it only has 5 influence. Actually, where were we building that one place? We're gonna cancel it here. Instead, on this planet, we're going to build our parts factory. And we have a huge fleet here with another battle cruiser, and I want to send this fleet out, but there's 2 planets that are next to it, so we kind of need to make a defensive fleet first. Because the closest we can do is this one, but it's a bit weird. Let's send this fleet here. We still have enough troops to continue the offensive. In fact, I think I want to show off our big boy ship, which is the Resplendent. That's the name the game gave to it. This is our Mandator class dreadnought. Destroy. Yes, we must. Oh god, anyone remember that old Cartoon Network show, Destroy, Build, Destroy? I remember that. That was the only thing that was on most of the time I watched Cartoon Network growing up. If it wasn't like Adventure Time or something. I would always prefer Adventure Time or regular show. But usually it was Destroy, Build, Destroy. But, I mean, it was fine. It wasn't bad. It was just there. Let's send our fleets and our produced ships further up. And we have Kuat, which is home of Kuat Drive Yards, which is good. But I need to assign them to build more ships. Here, let me advance the music. I know we've been on this music for a little while. Right. Is it good battle music? No, that's not good battle music. We're gonna get in a battle here. I want battle music. Here we go. This one's good. There we go. So I'm gonna show you all what the might of the Mandator looks like. And if they have a stupid ion cannon, I'm gonna die. I hate these ion cannons so much. Okay, so this is their fleet, and then they have one tiny station behind it. This is small fry. We can wipe them out instantly. This is gonna be like that scene in Rogue One where Darth Vader's Star Destroyer just comes out from the blue, rams straight into one of the rebel ships, and it explodes. Like, we are just gonna completely broadside them here. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Right, so we're gonna put it right here, this glorious ship. We have one of the, space cylinders, the space pill bottles to throw next to it. That's already 2 ships, and they're big. We're gonna have one of these dreadnoughts behind it. We're gonna have a carrier. We're gonna have an Architens, and here we go, the Venators, baby. Well, I can only have one right now. We can only have a max of 200 units on the field at the time, but we're gonna have a Venator out here too. So there we go. Look at this fleet. That is the Resplendent right there. That sounds like a British name. That sounds like, you know, like an HMS Resplendent or something like that. That sounds extremely British. But, yeah, we have our Venator as well, Arbitrator. We have our Space Pill Bottle, Shenandoah's Revenge. I mean, they just pick the first name from the list. They don't even randomize the names, which sucks, but whatever. No, I'm gonna order all the starfighters to go and fuck them up, and they're going to die. That's how it's gonna work. You see these tiny-ass munificent frigates right here? Yeah, you got one big gun, but that's it. Look, they're running. They're turning tail. They're turning tail, and it's not gonna do you any good because you're dead. Look, this is your friend here. Your friend's dying. You're running away. Don't abandon your friend. Look at that. See, and now they're all retreating. Look at these cowards. Look at these cowards. Stand and fight, you dogs. Look at this. Look at this. Like, can you believe this? This is a shameful display. Like, if I were the Separatists, you should deactivate yourself now and give some of that metal to someone who needs it, because clearly these clankers don't need any of that metal, because it's not in their brains, I'll tell you that much. These clankers, they are fumbling the ball, they are just dropping the bat, like, no, this is embarrassing. No, we take these W's, you know? This is just, it's too easy. Too easy. Skill issue. I need more booze. Look at this beautiful bottom shelf vodka. I need more booze right now. Let's fill this cup. There we go. That is how it is done. Let's get our peach juice because we can't have a normal screwdriver. I saw the peach and I'm like, hey, I've never had peach juice before. We don't need orange juice. We'll have some of this. I mean, sure, I don't live in Georgia, but I live in Florida, which is like the closest state to Georgia, so whatever. It's close enough. We'll do it live. Give it a good old stir here. Stirred, not shaken. I'm not James Bond. Screw James Bond. Look at chat. That's interesting. Yeah, no, we take the... again, half of it was just me stealing the low-tier god copy pasta, but if you don't know what that is, just look up low-tier god. You should. Anyways. Now. I see this planet here is ripe for the picking. It's Woostry? Who the hell names a planet Woostry? Woo! Like, really? That's what you name your planet? You had any choice of planet name, and that's what you go with? Wait. Before we go, let me make sure. Okay, we're good. If I don't put a ship here, that's gonna mess things up. We need, like, a vanguard ship to scout the enemy first. If we go in blind, that's stupid. Alright. Let's bring in the rest of the fleet. I think we're ready. Let's give the game a quick save. I'm just kind of worried here, though, because the Separatists haven't made a move in a while, and if they go for Camino, I'm kind of screwed. Unless I can respond in time. If they go for Camino and somehow win the space battle, I'm going to have to take this fleet right here and immediately beeline, destroy everything here if I can, and then immediately send them to Camino. So it's gonna be a stupid display. Person with low standards. At this point, I am a person with low standards, so mood on God. Alright. Oh yeah. Wait, oh shit! Okay, we're messed up. You see, I saw one icon there as we were starting this battle. They have Count Dooku here. Yeah, I've never seen Count Dooku in this campaign before. He has stayed hidden this whole time, so they have a lot of ships and Count Dooku, so I think we may need to retreat from this battle. Because this is one of our subpar minor fleets versus a huge enemy fleet. Look at this. And look, they have like 4 heroes. This is like their main headquarters right here. Okay. However, they do have a bunch of transport ships. If we could take out some of these transport ships, that means they're ground units. These are ground units that are in the air. Unfortunately, we can't, because they have this huge fleet defending them. But, like, like, look at this huge fleet they have. And we have small fry. I was expecting this to be a lightly defended planet, and they have their entire holdout here. Like, this is their bunker. This is their safe house planet. And so, I'm left with a dilemma here. Do I want to retreat immediately, or do I want to try to do some damage? Because I think I don't have enough ships. I just don't have enough ships. And if I do try to engage in a battle, it's going to end poorly. So, not only do they have the pretty good Providence-class carrier here, they also have the Mega Providence-class carrier, the big one. See, look, Admiral Trench. See, this guy has been a thorn in my side for the past, like, half a week in real time. Because I've been playing this game for a good, like, half a week, or at least this campaign. I've been playing this game for far longer. But this past campaign has gone on for, like, 5 days or so. And this stupid Admiral right here, he is pretty much the only Confederate general, the only CIS general, who can best me. This is my Robert E. Lee right here. And I have not been able to beat him once, because he has always targeted my weakest planets, which is smart, because that's what I should be doing. So, I'm going to get the hell out of here. Unfortunately, I have to wait for this timer right here to be able to retreat. So this is the one scouting ship. If we didn't have one scouting ship here, this would be harder. So look at them, they're all... Wait a minute. Wait a minute, are they exposing themselves? Wait a minute. I think I could... Oh, shit. I was about to say I think I could be cheeky with this, but... This amount of starfighters here, even if I tried to jump in, destroy a ship or two, and get out, the sheer amount of firepower here would decimate me before I could do anything noteworthy. So I'm just gonna get out of here. Let's say I'm sorry for intruding. That's not what I meant to do. I clicked the wrong button. Let's reload the save. I clicked the wrong button. Instead of clicking retreat, I clicked auto-resolve, and it destroyed me immediately. So, we are going to redo that. So, instead, we're just going to retreat as soon as possible. I'm sorry, I wasted a little bit of time by doing a misclick there. But we're going to just fast forward until we can retreat and get the hell out of there, because this is... See, look, instead of one ship going in now, every time I reload the game, I have to redesignate the Vanguard ship, and if I don't redesignate the Vanguard ship, it brings in the whole fleet at once. So now they have a different behavior. They're like, oh, they got a big fleet now, so... Instead, we are just going to wait until we can retreat as soon as possible, and we're going to retreat. Retreat. Unless they have interdictors. If they have interdictors, we're screwed. Now, if you have an interdictor, you can stop the enemy from retreating. This is much more useful in Thrawn's Revenge, because there are more. But I have never seen the Confederacy use an interdictor. Oh. And the problem is, when you retreat from a battle, they always take the shortest route back to friendly territory. And unfortunately, that leaves this planet completely exposed. Like, utterly exposed. They didn't go back to the planet they attacked from. So now, they could attack that planet if they wanted to. So that's a big problem. Now, I could either send this fleet to go and protect that planet, or... Let's take a look at what this fleet has available. They have a battlecruiser, they have a Invincible, and they have Pelion. That's our main force. The battlecruiser, the pill bottle, and Pelion. I'm tempted to try to make an assault. Oh wait, we could just assault with a Mandator. What am I thinking? Shit. This is some tough decisions. Shit. I almost want to keep Pelion here. Shit. What am I gonna do here? Because I have to send some fleet back here, or else this will be exposed. Or I could send a mega fleet. Here, let me save the game. Let me save the game. I'm gonna try something risky. I want to try something relatively risky. Now, this could backfire in my face, but I'm willing to try it. Ooh, the Victory class. I've never battle-tested the Victory... Okay, wait. I've never battle-tested the Victory class. I want to try something here. Let me save again, because I don't know if this is the best choice. But we're going to keep pounding against this planet, and we're going to kill it, because if we knock out these heroes, that is going to cause the Confederacy to go into complete chaos. Because Count Dooku's their linchpin.
As you command. Who do I need to pick up?
Okay. So now our Victory Star Destroyer is here. I'm gonna save again. Let me try this. We're going to go back with this whole combined fleet now. We have Venators, we have battle cruisers, we have Pelion, we have the Victory, we have healing ships, we have a whole smorgasbord now.
Decoding transmission.
Now, they may try to attack this planet if our fleet doesn't get there in time, but I'm gonna try it. Here we go. Wish me luck. If this goes to shit, then I'm screwed. But it's a Hail Mary. Even the guy in the game said it's a trap. I know. I'm gonna spring it. Now, taking a look at our foe. We have 4 heroes, but only 3 of them are space heroes that have an effect. Still, that's gonna make them formidable. The first target I need to choose will be a hero. So we're gonna wait for them to start their turn. I think I'm gonna go for the Bulwark. This guy right here. How big is his ship? It's actually not as big as I thought it was. So we're gonna try something weird here. We're gonna go in with the Praetor, or sorry, the, not the Praetor, but whatever this thing's
All
called.
crew accounted for.
Following, we are also gonna bring in our Victory class.
Copy.
Because that is our brawling ship there. We're gonna bring in our Venator.
Goes away.
We're gonna bring in our pill bottle to protect the Victory a little bit. We're gonna bring in Pelion for the command bonus. He's our commander. We're gonna bring in... We don't have much space to bring in other ships, so we're gonna need a splattering of smaller ships to protect us from torpedoes and starfighters.
Right, sir.
I'll bring in some cheap Carracks, some Architens. We have plenty of Architens. We'll bring in a healing ship.
Pelter responding. Understood, we're moving out.
I'll bring in another carrier.
Breaking comm silence.
And that's all we can do for now. So let's see what we can do. Let me reload this page here real quick before I start. I'm gonna change the music too, because this is probably one of the bigger battles I've done in terms of its outcome. What's an appropriate song here? Come on, let me think of something good. Well, we'll try this one. Now, as soon as they all come in, look at this fleet we have. We are going to go and have them all target one thing. And by all of them, I mean not these guys, because these guys should not be in harm's way. We are going to have them assault this guy. If we can take out this hero, Duoningo, this silly-ass looking guy, if we can kill him, we can take out his command bonus, and that just is a flat bonus for all their enemy ships on the field. That's why we need to take him out. So we're going to chip away at his shields. I don't care if we get exposed on this side. Look, see, he's running away as fast as he can, but we need these big ships to go after him. Yeah, some people voice act in the game themselves. Here, let me pause this and pause the music. I'm going to show off one example. There's one voice I recognized instantly when I clicked a certain ship. So when I click on this ship, pay attention to this voice.
At your service. Mines, repairs, we got you covered. Your favorite Pelta responding.
That voice is the guy I was talking about earlier. That voice is the guy who made this mod. Or at least one of the people who made this mod. I think, well, wait a minute. No. No, it's a friend of his. Sorry. I think that's Eckhart's Ladder. I think that is the YouTube channel Eckhart's Ladder. Let me...
Understood. We're moving out. Understood. We can do that.
It sounds like Eckhart's Ladder. That's a friend of the channel.
Ready.
All lights are green.
Some of these are from the default game, but some of them were voiced by the people making the mods.
Air cruiser, standing by. Ready for takeoff. Ready for command. Missile tubes loaded.
Ready to update orders.
Mines, repairs, we got you covered.
Our Quentin's here. standing by.
Oh, that guy. Okay. The guy voicing the Arquitens cruiser.
We might be small, but we pack a punch.
I think that's Corey Loses. I think that's the guy who makes this mod some. I don't know. I may be wrong. But whatever. They put in effort. Anyways, so now we're going to keep with our plan here. And that plan is making sure that thing dies. Where are our starfighters? I need my starfighters. You all go against that thing. Kill it, now. And as soon as we kill that thing, we're getting the hell out of here. Because this ship is taking a pounding already, and it's... Oh, look. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, no.
Ready for takeoff. We can punch
That is a massive swarm of Confederate aircraft. Oh, Lord. You head right here, right now. You head right here, right now.
What is it, sir? Standing by.
I need you all to immediately take defensive positions and shoot down those starfighters, because they are going to chew our ships to shreds. They have a lot of bombs, they have a lot of missiles, and they could really do damage to our ships. So we need you all attacking.
What is it, sir?
They also shoot down enemy torpedoes, so we need them doing that. The problem is, we're probably going to lose a few ships at least in this. But as long as we take this guy and maybe one or two other ships out, we should be good. Where's Count Dooku? Where the hell is Count... Oh, he's aboard this ship. He's aboard Trench's ship. Yes. So yeah, so of course Count Dooku and Trench are the main villains here, but I want to take out their lackey first. Because one extra ship gone and hero dead. Those heroes stay dead. They don't come back, except for Trench and Dooku. I think Trench and Dooku come back once. Okay, so we did take out that one hero. What do our shields look like? They're beginning to falter, but theoretically, we could get something done. These three ships, I don't want any of you participating any further. You all get out of here.
Generator.
Or at least stay back. What ship is... Okay, I think we can take out this Providence right here.
We'll win this.
You all take out that Providence, and then we're getting the hell out of here. In fact, I could have some specialized in different targets. You go here. You go here. You go here. I'm just selecting different hard points, because you can select different hard points, and it will take different targets, and once all the hard points are dead, the ship's destroyed. So, the main thing is just making sure they have different targets so they're not, like, over-firing on one specific target on a ship. And they're just shooting down all of our torpedoes here, so once that ship is dead, we're retreating immediately. Where's our healing ship? Heal. And you do a full salvo. Shit. Now, we're losing ships. We've already lost a ship, so this is not going the best, and we're at risk of losing more, especially the Victory. So, when I say Victory, I mean the Victory-class Star Destroyer. So I just want to destroy this one Providence, then we're getting the hell out of here. Come on, come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. That fireball means it's dead. Now get out of here. Everyone, go.
We're being overwhelmed. We've got fire.
The problem is it takes 10 seconds for us to retreat, so this is the most tense part of the battle. I know we've lost another... Well, have we lost another ship? Come on. Because if one of these ships loses its engines, it won't be able to retreat.
Tearing us apart.
Yeah, we lost a ship. I think we lost one of our corvettes. And I think we lost a Carrack, too? Either a Carrack or an Arquitens. Arquitens, whatever. I prefer saying Arquitens. Oh, we lost 3 corvettes. However, that's a good trade. I'm taking a screenshot of that. So, we took out their hero and a Providence. So, I'd say that's a good exchange. We lost the total of, I think, 750 credits. That's the amount of ships we lost. On their end, they lost an irreplaceable hero and a few thousand frigate carrier. So, and I think what's going to happen now is that as soon as that fleet gets back home, we're going to send them right back out because this place is still unprotected. In the meantime, do I have money? Oh, I have plenty of money. We have money, so I'm going to build more ships. We need a lot of them. I need carrier support. We'll build one of you. So we're building one of these guys. I want another Venator. And I want another Praetor. Those battle cruisers are very, very nice. Even if they take a long time to build. And on Alderaan, I could build... what's other planets? I need to build more light ships. We need more... Because I've been losing a lot of these lighter ships, as you've seen. And by lighter, I mean in terms of, like... What do I mean? Corvettes. We need more Corvettes. Because our anti-starfighter capabilities are being reduced. What's the nearest shipyard? I've been kind of slow on building shipyards. See, that's a big shipyard. I'm gonna actually build that up. And what is this? We can build one of these. Here, I'll build this shipyard. There we go. It'll take time to build, but we'll do our best. In the meantime, let me save the game. Starting to feel the effects of the drink. Let's see. If you all would give me a second, I'll actually be right back. Speaking of the drink, I need to complete the other part of that transaction. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're back again. Here we go. As we were planning before, my next target would be a planet we just landed troops above, but we still gotta land troops on the planet itself. That planet would be Umbara, the one that was such a pain in our side before. So let's save the game one more time, because I'm paranoid. And see what's up. Oh, they have a decent-sized force on this planet, it looks like. So we're gonna actually maybe have to give an effort. I think this is the planet that was based off of that one episode of the Clone Wars where that one traitor's admiral tried to... or traitor's Jedi general tried to sabotage the Republic. Alright, let's see if we can actually take an extra control point. Because if we can take a control point, that would help us land even more troops. We can only land 5 sets of troops per control point. So let's land some tanks, too. I think the tanks will be helpful. Alright, so we're sending them... Oh, sorry, let me adjust. My bad, I just gotta adjust my chair. This chair is not the best. This is an old chair, and it's sometimes the piston in it, like the hydraulic, or not the hydraulic, but the air piston, gets loose and sinks, so I have to fix it. So, my bad. So they are protecting the landing zone. Let's go ahead and protect our troops. How about our tank battalion? Tank battalion, go this way. We are losing troops fast. What the hell is killing our troops so fast? Is it the spider droids? Because that's not good. We need to bring in even more reinforcements. I almost need to auto-resolve. Yeah, our entire squad was wiped out. Tanks are still there, but they're getting damaged. Okay. Let me try resolving. Nope, that didn't work. Let's try again. We may not have enough troops for this. I may have to reload. Okay, we technically are winning. Maybe? I don't know. We may actually be losing. If we lose enough troops, it may be a stall, and we have to bring in even more troops to capture it. Are you fighting other people or NPCs? These are NPCs. They have a multiplayer mode, but there is no multiplayer campaign, unfortunately. Okay, we did capture the planet, but I think we lost all but one guy. Yes, we only have one guy left on the planet, so yeah, we lost the entire attack force. But we still won! So... we have heavy casualties, but we won. I guess I am like that one Jedi General that attacked on that planet. Okay, fair enough. Although I wasn't a Separatist traitor, so that's one plus. Now, I've been stalling my campaign in the north, because I don't really have the forces for it right now. I just have forces to hold what I have. In exchange, I've been mainly pushing to the south to rescue our other inhabitants. If I can clear out the whole south, that would be great. But, I see another location that we could possibly land our troops on now. So I think we should do that. But yeah, these are NPCs. That's why the campaign can be so responsive. Because otherwise, like, have you tried playing a multiplayer, like, Civ 5 campaign or something? Those, if you can even get everyone playing to last for more than one session, they last for so many hours, because, like, the turns aren't simultaneous, or if they are, it's all messed up, it's just a pain in the butt, so... yeah, usually, grand strategy games like this tend to be played, or at least their campaign modes tend to be played single player. There is an extreme AI, but I'm not ready for that yet. I am not an expert commander. In fact, I'm a little bit lazy. That's why I can actually get the campaigns done relatively quickly. And I prefer to get them done quickly because I don't want to waste my whole life playing this game, you know? I mean, it's a fun game, don't get me wrong, but, like, there are plenty of games I have to make spreadsheets for. I don't want this game to be one if it doesn't have to be, so. So we're gonna try to advance to a middle control point here and gain more spawning capacity. Alright, so now we're actually building a little bit of a small base in the middle of this capture point here. And we have it. So, we're gonna land even more troops. In fact, we're even gonna land a tank company. Tank battalion. We're even gonna land some troops back here, because I'm planning to auto-resolve. And I want as many troops on the ground as I can get. Because that will balance the auto-resolve in our favor. Auto. And boom, they're retreating. Again, a lot of our men are sleeping, but oh well. So I lost a tank company, but oh well. Such is war. And we have another planet under our belt, so. That does leave a problem. And that problem is shaped in Woostree. However, we dealt them a decent blow last time, and I think it is time to attack them once again. I'm gonna build a shipyard here because I can. Can I actually build anything else? What does this planet have? Ooh, this planet could actually build a bit of economic infrastructure because we need to build our economic output. What about this planet? Base income's 50. No, it doesn't deserve one. The investment isn't worth it. It costs 1,500 to build that infrastructure, and if the base income is less than a certain amount, it's not even worth it, so. However, we have a battlecruiser that is finished, and I can send that battlecruiser somewhere. And I'm gonna send it down here. Down here. So. Let me save again, and we're going to try to give Count Dooku another run for his money. Almost 11, yeah, to go see him. Fair enough, I may end the stream relatively soon as well. I wasn't going to stream too long, and on top of that, I'm starting to feel the effects of the alcohol, so. Well, I say that, but oh, I've used a lot of the peach juice. Sorry for the noise. Let me grab one thing. I'm gonna leave the screen up for a second. I'm not gonna even go back to... Actually, okay, give me 1 minute. And by 1 minute, I mean like 30 seconds. Here we go. Okay, we're back, again. And about time to. I have a cherry Coke Zero. And then I'm gonna pour myself the last drink of the night, because I need to cut myself off. If I don't cut myself off after this, things will not go smoothly tomorrow. Not even using the straw for this. We're just straight up taking a shot. Alright, there's that. Last drink of the night. I promise I'm okay. I'm good. I'm sorry. Alright. I'm not even using the straw for this one. Cheers, my friends. There we go. And that's my cutoff, because if I drink any more than that, I'm gonna feel really bad tomorrow. I don't know if I said this on stream before. I am unfortunate to where, well, I'm very fortunate in my life. I have many good things in my life, and I'm very fortunate for my circumstances. Things could always be so much worse. But I will say, one of the few things that annoys me is my hangovers when I do get them. My hangovers are nausea, and nausea only. It's not a headache hangover. It is not a woozy hangover. It is pure, terrible nausea. And that makes it the worst, because I can't even, like, eat anything or drink anything, like, other than water for, like, a hangover cure, you know? So, like, because a lot of times, like, greasy fast food tends to be, like, a hangover cure for some people. No, because, like, I have so much nausea, I just can't eat if I have a bad hangover. So I've just learned to control myself, because if I drink too much, I am going to feel, like, extreme crap the next day. So it's unfortunate, but it's what I have to do. Alright, so we're now in the battle. And if you notice this may be the last battle of the night. And we won't be able to take them all out here. But if you notice something, I want you to take a look. Can you notice anything with this battle layout compared to the last time we assaulted this planet? Remember, this was the planet that had Count Dooku and Admiral Trench on it. Do you notice anything? I'll give you a second. Take a look. Take a look at that screen. The stuff in the corners, or the lack of things in the corners. What is different compared to the last battle we had above this planet? That huge one I was making a big fuss about retreating in. I'll give you a second. It's less something and more the lack of something. They have less ships. Specifically, they have one lack of a big ship. There is not the massive ship, like I mentioned last time. This ship is a Providence-class carrier, and they had a massive version of it in the last battle. This is the regular version, but they had a massive upscaled version that was their flagship, and it was the home ship of Admiral Trench and Count Dooku. And now it is missing, and I did not kill them. They're still alive. So, that leaves two possibilities. First possibility, they are in this planet, however, they have so many ships that they can't spawn that ship until I destroy more and free up the spawning capacity, because we have a 200 unit spawning capacity. And if I hover over one of my ships here, if I spawned in this ship, it would take up 15 spawning capacity, or if I hovered over my big ship, that would take up 78 spawning capacity. And I only have 200. So, same thing applies to the enemy. If I destroy some of their ships, they may have enough free capacity to bring in their big flagship. Or, option 2. They move to a different planet, and they are no longer here. Now, I would prefer it be the second, because that would make it easier. However, it could be the first, and if it's the first option, then we may start attacking here, and find out that they actually do have Count Dooku here, and as soon as he shows up, his ship would be enough to make us retreat. So, they have a shipyard back here, and if we do our spawning in, if I click my reinforcement button, all these red squares that click, or appear when I click the reinforcement button, like this, that is location and terrain I cannot spawn in, because they control it. I can only spawn my ships in a location that can engage the main enemy fleet. And this main enemy fleet is fairly strong, fairly large, and they have a lot of support ships, and these support ships make half of our munitions in the form of torpedoes useless, because they can shoot them down. So I think my plan of attack, I cannot take this planet in this assault, but I notice something here. If I look at this tactical situation, I notice a weakness. And the weakness I notice is these two ships. if you notice, we destroyed one of these last battle. This is the Providence class carrier. This is probably one of the strongest single units they can field. While these ships look bulky, but they only cost 9. These ships, they look thinner, but they cost 23. Now, we may spawn the wrath of their capital ship if we destroy these two, but I believe they would lose a lot of money in terms of economy if we destroyed these two ships. If we can destroy these two ships by spawning over here and then directing their fire, I believe we could cause enough economic damage to make it a worthwhile endeavor. So, I'm going to try that. We're going to spawn in our big battle cruiser right here.
Proton bombs in the chute.
We're going to spawn our commander, Pelion, Captain Pelion, right here. He's our battlefield commander, gives us static advantages. We're going to spawn our pill bottle ship, our big bulky bullet sponge. We're going to spawn our Victory class Star Destroyer, our big damage causing unit.
Yes, Commander.
We're going to spawn our Venator. We're going to call our big capital starfighter provider, our big starfighter providing ship. We're going to spawn some architects.
Yes, sir.
We're going to spawn any of our last remaining crucial, and I mean crucial, tiny corvettes. Because we need the anti-aircraft, and maybe a Carrack here and there. We're going to spawn our healing ship, because it heals a little bit, and that's all that matters. We're going to spawn an extra carrier for the starfighter capacity, and a few more architects, and now we're at our limit here. And I think we're ready to get to the battle. So, let's go. There we go. And once they're finished spawning in, now, select all. Oh, give it one more second. Select all. Now all our ships are selected. Click on the first Providence. And instead of that, we're going to take this guy, select this item, this guy, this item, this guy, this item, and it's scary he has this much shield taken away when just spawning, so that is scary. This guy here, this guy here, this guy
Standing by.
here.
The war is ours. Ready.
And now we send them to work. So they've already chipped down their shields, and now we're gonna have them work on individual targets.
All lights are green. Yes, General.
One guy go on the engines, one guy go on the turbo lasers, one guy go on the fighter bay.
Cruiser ready for
And we're gonna lose that Carrack. That Carrack's taking a beating, so we're gonna lose ships in this battle. However,
Focus fire on that target. Target their laser cannons.
boom! We are only 20 seconds into the battle, and at this point we have lost our Carrack. We have lost a small Carrack that cost us 1,000 credits to produce. They have lost a Providence class cruiser that probably took them 3,000, so we made a profit. Now, they have a huge horde of starfighters coming to us, and that is bigger than I thought. What is the status of our other ship's shields? Because I have to consider our other ship's statuses. Ooh, we even have TIE fighters? Really? We have Republic-era TIE fighters. I've never seen that. Interesting. However, even with that,
Standing by.
charging generator.
I don't know what else we can do in this battle right now. I know it sucks to retreat after only destroying one ship, but we really have to do our best to level the playing field, especially if Dooku is here. And with this massive amount of starfighters, I doubt we can fight them off, because we are severely outnumbered here. In that case, what is our... Actually, well, our Praetor is at full health. Let me do a little more experimentation. If I had to choose a target for destruction, let's choose a bunch of smaller targets instead of some bigger ones. Well, no, that's dumb. That's dumb. What's their ion? We'll have you just target the ion.
Might
You
be small, but we pack up
target the proton. You target a quad turbo.
They're not found.
You target a fighter bay.
In the skies.
You
Cruiser here.
target engines.
Take the fight to them. Destroyer holding.
Mines, repairs,
you.
We got you covered.
Target. Proton.
Prioritize their missile launchers.
Also heal.
You've got the captain.
Any ships we're missing?
Station keeping.
We're gonna lose another ship too, but there's nothing we can do to prevent that thing from being lost. So instead, we're gonna bring in one more Arquitans,
Chancellor.
and we're gonna have that one target a different ship. So,
Sir, we've got incoming.
it's already taking some damage, unfortunately.
Prepare for combat.
But if we can take out this ship, I'm prepared to fulfill my original obligations.
Ready.
Now we will select new targets.
Let's try 'em.
Your orders?
Main cannons charged.
Another Arquitans here.
Arquitans respond.
We've cut off the enemy's reinforcement.
As soon as this ship is destroyed, we're running.
Ready to update orders.
Should have
Loading
joined the
ordnance.
All lights are green. Taking the offensive.
Now we're gonna lose a significant amount of ships here. But such sacrifices are necessary and more.
Yes.
These men will not have fight in vain. Come on. Come on. There we go. It's dead. Now, as soon as that ship dies, we give the retreat order. We live to fight another day if we can. I know we've lost some ships, but we made them bleed. We'll bloody them if they bloody us. All these screams of the dying. Those screams you hear are the pilots. So, the biggest thing is that our battle cruiser and our pill bottle survived. So if we take a look at the losses here, let's compare these losses. We lost a Carrack, a gunship, and an Arquitens. That equals, in credit cost, about, I'd say 800, 1,500. So about 2,300. We lost about 2,300 here. Now in terms of these ships, I'm guessing about 500, 700, 6,000 times 2, 12, 15. I guess that is about a 13 to 15,000 cost we inflicted upon them. They lost 15, I don't know, let's just say 14. 14,000 credits. We lost about 2,300 credits. So we inflicted about 4 times casualty rate, 4 to 5 times casualty rate on them. Maybe even 6 times. And that is how you win wars. Make sure your enemy bleeds more than you. And with that, I think that is a good point to cap off the night. I may play a little more of this before I go to bed, but at this point, I think I have enough alcohol in my system to where I may not be able to think properly. So, well, I'm over-exaggerating, but still. So, I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. Let me go to ending soon. But yes, thank you for joining me. Thank you again, Dina, for your donation. That was very nice of you. And I hope all of you, even all of y'all watching the DVR post-stream, have a good night. And I will see you all next time I stream. Don't know when that will be. Depends. My work schedule is, my finalized work schedule is still not finalized yet. So once that happens, I'll know more concretely. A little bit. Times always vary. But yeah. I think it's safe to not have a dedicated streaming schedule still right now. Never had a dedicated streaming schedule, and for now, unless I have anything really weird go on, I doubt I will for the near future. So, in the meantime, I hope you all have a great night. I hope you all get some rest as well. I know I will need some soon. And yeah, thank you for joining the stream, and enjoy the rest of your YouTube browsing. Have a great night. Thank you.